Hello and welcome. I'm Dan, and this is Dan Explains. Those of us who've studied Einstein's theory of relativity or had it rammed down our throats by others have probably heard of the idea that the faster something goes, the heavier it gets, until all the pushing in the world does nothing but make it get more massive. And so, that's why nothing can go faster than light. Well, that's not quite true. Let me explain why. I've already talked a bit about Einstein's theory of relativity, specifically about time dilation. This video is about another effect of Einstein's theory, the idea that things get heavier and harder to push the faster they go. It's a better-known effect and is usually pointed out to high school students. I was homeschooled, but I assume schools shove some Einstein down kids' throats, but maybe I'm wrong. To say an object's mass increases with its speed is a bit of an oversimplification, however. If it weren't, you could do magical things like create a propellantless engine, which is a staple of sci-fi along with warp or jump drive. All you'd need is two oscillating masses, one moving perpendicular to the direction you want your spacecraft to go, and the other that pushes off of it when the mass is moving at its fastest, and pulls it back when it's moving slow or stationary. People have thought of this sort of thing before, and it doesn't work, because the apparent mass increase only happens in the direction the object is being accelerated in. So if the object you are trying to push and pull is only moving perpendicular to the direction you're trying to move in, you don't notice any increase in mass, even if it's moving very near the speed of light. You could also create mythical gravity plating. Just implant disks spinning it near the speed of light, so fast that they are massive and produce gravity. It's easier said than done, of course, and it'd also be super dangerous, even for some magical sci-fi technology. Of course, beyond all these things is, in order to push something near the speed of light, you would probably need to be going almost as fast. But that doesn't work anyway. The equations that describe all this are called Lorentz transformations, after the Dutch physicist Hendrik Lorentz. He's actually an older contemporary of Albert Einstein, who used the Lorentz equations as tools when working on his theory of relativity. I'm not a math channel, so I'm not going into the nitty-gritty of the equations. I prefer to explain concepts with a Gedanken, aka a thought experiment, rather than math, since it's always the way I've been able to learn the easiest. The main way that an object that's accelerating differs from something that is actually gaining mass is that the effect is only happening in one direction. Imagine you're a really fast pitcher, and you could pitch a cat near the speed of light. You know how cats can be. The cat would feel the same weight when it was stopped as it would just before it left your hand at near the speed of light. However, as it sped up, it would get harder and harder to push it faster. The lateral force you feel on the cat would be exactly like it was getting heavier. If you were pitching the cat on the space station, where you're not feeling the weight of the cat due to gravity, you would not be able to tell the difference between the cat literally getting heavier and the force due to its relativistic acceleration. So yes, in space, it really is like the cat got heavier. But most of us aren't in space. Why does this happen? Well, because of this. But again, let's explain in layman's terms. I hope you watch my video on how a cat can be a wave. Yes, I did a video on how a cat can be a wave. Link in the description. Anyway, not only can cats be waves, like light, everything has a dual property of both being particles and waves. Something gets harder to push the higher the frequency it has. Hence why X-rays and UV light damage your cells. They are impacting them with more force due to their higher frequencies. When you pitch a cat to near the speed of light, its frequency also gets shorter, but only in the direction it's moving. Yes, that also means the cat will get skinnier as well. The faster the cat goes, the more compressed its waves get. And in turn, the harder it gets to push it faster. More and more effort is being put into shortening the cat's wavelength and less into speeding it up. So for this effect to be exactly like making something actually heavier, you'd need to accelerate the cat in all directions at once. While you could do that with a bunch of cats, doing it with one may require some cleanup. Unless, of course, the cat was in Schrodinger's box, but that's a discussion for another video. If you like this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon, link in the description. The more people who support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.